Good morning friend, welcome back to Information Technology. Today we are starting a new lesson, that is e-commerce and e-governance. In these lessons you are going to learn introductions of e-commerce and commerce, definitions of e-commerce, difference between traditional commerce and e-commerce, advantage of e-commerce and disadvantage of e-commerce. So let's begin with introductions. What is commerce? Before I go to the concept commerce, I'm going to tell you first e-commerce stand for electronic commerce, and commerce is an important part of business. In simple words, commerce is nothing but buying and selling of goods. That means when we buy a product or service from other or sell a product or services to the other, then it is called as commerce. Once again I repeat, commerce is an important part of business. In simple word, commerce is nothing but buying and selling of goods. That means when we buy a product or service from others or sell a product or service to the other, then it is called as commerce. One of the most popular activity on the web is shopping. Now this day each and every person is doing online shopping, and it comes under e-commerce. And e-commerce became possible in 1991 when the internet was open to commercial use, and since that date thousands of business have taken up residence at website. And the history of e-commerce is history of a new virtual world which is evolving according to the customer advantages. My dear students, now this day each and every person is using internet, and through the internet they are going online shopping, and through online shopping you are getting the things to your doorsteps because of e-commerce. It is not happening in the traditional market or the physical market if you go. So that is the difference between traditional market and the e-commerce. E-commerce, electronic commerce, it uses internet. Now what is the definitions of e-commerce? E-commerce can be broadly defined as the process of buying and selling of goods or services using electronic mediums such as internet. In short, buying and selling things on the internet, it is called e-commerce. Buying and selling things on the internet, it is called e-commerce. E-commerce is also referred as a paperless exchange of business information using EDI, electronic data interchange, email, electronic fund transfer, etc. E-commerce is also referred as a paperless exchange of business information using electronic data interchange, that is called EDI, and email, electronic fund transfers, etc. In this e-commerce only we use the internet. To send a message we use email, and to send the data from one machine to the another you take the use of EDI, electronic data interchange. That's why it is called the paperless method. E-commerce is paperless method. Now let's see what is different between e-commerce. Before that, look at this picture. E-commerce, when we do online shopping, that time we select the things and that things go in the cart. Whatever things we have selected we put in the cart, and finally we purchase, we buy those things, and that things comes to your doorsteps, and you are making payment through online debit card, credit card, net banking, or cash on delivery, or pay on delivery. So this diagram tells us, look at this picture here, computer is there and here the cart is shown. Whatever you are selecting, it goes in the cart, and finally you are going for purchasing those things, and those things comes to your doorstep. And this e-commerce is available 24 into 7 days. Whatever you're purchasing through e-commerce, they give you the quality product, as well as they give you the promise of that delivery within 7 days you will get, or the replacement of the particular product. The time, the day they are giving to replace, if the product spoil, they will change and give. But in the traditional market is not happening that way. Once you purchase that things and you left that shop, and you go back and you are going to tell that shopkeeper that this product is not working, they will not going to take it back. But in the e-commerce there is a replacement option, so they will change and give you the things, the new things to you. Now let's see the difference between traditional commerce and e-commerce. So traditional commerce means when you go in the market physically, that is called traditional market, and when you do any shopping online, it is called e-commerce. Now let's see in the traditional commerce. Traditional commerce focus on the exchange of product and services through the personal interaction, so it is manually. Traditional commerce focus on the exchange of products and services through personal interaction, so it is manually. Means when we goes in the market, that time our physical presence is there, and we exchange the product between the person and we. But in the e-commerce, trading activity are online via the internet and can be considered automatic, can be considered automatically. Means here you are going to select the things and that will go to the cart, and once you buy that, those things will come to you. Means here there is no intermediaries. Okay. Next is traditional commerce is limited to business hour, mostly during the day. Now see the difference. In the e-commerce is 24 into 7, it can be done anytime, day and night. Means in the traditional market you can go only the daytime, night time no. But in the e-commerce you can do shopping 24 into 7 days, and that also day and night. Anytime you can go and you can buy the thing for you. Okay, so that's the difference between traditional commerce and e-commerce. Next, traditional commerce, as far as the consumer interact are concerned, traditional commerce provides face-to-face interaction. In the traditional commerce we are talking face to face, means when we go in the market we talk to the shopkeeper, whatever we want we are asking them to show that things. But in the e-commerce can be done as a screen to face interactions. In the e-commerce, in front of you having the computer, you having the mobiles, and on that shopping site you're opening, that may be Flipkart, Amazon, Home Shop 18, Shop Plus. These are the sites you are going to open. It means in front of you only the screen is there and your face, means screens to face interactions. Here you are going to select, there is no person present. But in the traditional market we are talking with the person, means face to face interactions. Next, traditional commerce is limited to a particular geographical location. Traditional commerce is limited to a particular geographical location. Means the traditional commerce has a local, but the e-commerce is a global and has no physical limitations, means worldwide. E-commerce is worldwide, has no physical limitation, it does not have limitation. Here limitation is there. Now mode of payment in traditional commerce include cash, check and credit card. Traditional commerce, sometimes we can make payment through the cash or check or the credit card. In e-commerce there are different modes are there, payment modes are there, that bank transfers are there, credit card is there, e-wallet is there, mobile payment is there, and many more. So this is the different. Next, goods and delivery of services is instant with the traditional commerce. Goods and delivery of services is instant with the traditional commerce, but in e-commerce delivery of goods or service takes some time. Here in the traditional commerce you can go now and you can buy the thing and you can purchase the thing, you can come to the home. But in the e-commerce take time. Once you select the product, that will take time to come to your doorstep, at least 7 days. Or if in the rainy season, it take more time. Okay, so e-commerce delivery of goods or service take some time. The traditional commerce scope is local. In the traditional commerce, scope is local, but e-commerce scope is global, means worldwide. This e-commerce is spread worldwide, means the scope is global, but in this traditional market, scope is local. Okay, so this is a difference between traditional commerce and e-commerce. One more difference I am going to tell you, that whenever we are going to purchase the thing in traditional commerce, we can inspect those things, we can touch and feel that, we can operate the thing. Suppose you are going to purchase the mobile, you can take that mobile in your hand, you can check that whether mobile touch screen is working, buttons are working, network is coming in that or no, or that this mobile is in good condition or no, that you can inspect in the shop also. But in the e-commerce, while purchasing online, that time you are not able to touch that particular product. You will not going to feel that how that product it will work properly, it touch screen is working or no, or that mobile is good condition or no. That here you are going to see on that screen, and you can see the configuration, and then you can order this. That's the difference between, here physically we can handle that particular product, but here we cannot handle the products. Next, advantage of e-commerce. Advantage of e-commerce. Now what are the advantages of e-commerce are there, and disadvantages of the e-commerce? Now one by one we are going to learn. The first one is the global scope. As I told you, this is worldwide. E-commerce is spread worldwide, so e-commerce provide the seller with a global reach. Now seller and buyers can meet in the virtual world. E-commerce provide the seller with a global reach. Now seller and buyers can meet in the virtual world without barrier of place, means geography. So that is the first advantage. The e-commerce provides seller with a global reach. Now seller and buyer can meet in the virtual world. Anywhere in the world, seller and buyer can meet through the e-commerce. Next, electronic transaction. E-commerce reduce the paperwork and significantly lower the transaction cost. E-commerce enable the users of credit card, debit card, smart card, electronic fund transfer via bank's website and other mode of electronic payment. Means electronic transaction. Here there is no paperwork. Suppose we are going to purchase anything in traditional market, there we are asking, once we purchase anything, we are asking you have to sign and give the receipt and see, there is a paperwork is there. Here no paperwork, electronic, everything is EDI, electronic data interchange. And e-commerce enable the use of credit card, debit cards, smart card. Here directly you can give the cash and you can get that particular product. Okay, so that is the second advantage of e-commerce. Now third advantage of e-commerce is cost saving. E-commerce application provide user with a more option to compare and select the cheaper and better option. It helps in reducing cost of searching a products. Means e-commerce has enabled rural area to access service and product which are otherwise not available to them. Now in the e-commerce, now we get a benefit of the cost saving. How you can save the money? Now see, before purchasing any product, we can compare. Online shopping, we can compare the same. For example, I'm going to give you the mobile. Suppose you are going to purchase a mobile, the first you can go to the Amazon site, you can check that particular brand, for example Samsung, Vivo or any other brand, and the same brand you can search on the another site, for example Flipkart. So there you can compare Amazon and Flipkart, and definitely you will get a difference between their price. Okay, so in the traditional market, not like that. Traditional market, definitely the same product you will get more costly. For example, 10,000 mobile you are going to purchase online, but in the traditional market definitely that will go to the 12,000, 13,000. But online there are various more options are there. We can compare and we can select the cheaper one and better options, and it helps to reducing the cost of searching product. And e-commerce has that facility, so we can compare and we can check that. In traditional market there is no facility once something is happened, you can give that back and you can take a new one. But in online shopping there is a 7 days replacement policy where you can replace your product. Next, anytime shopping. Next, anytime shopping. In e-commerce, you can do anytime shopping, that is 24 into 7 days. 24 into 7 days. The website is functional at all time and it does not have working hours like a shop. In traditional market, you can go morning 8 o'clock, then evening till 9 or 9:30. After that, you are not able to purchase anything. You have to wait for the next day. But in online, you can purchase anything in night time also. If you go and connect to the internet 12 past 1 minute also, then also you can purchase the thing, you can book the product online. So that is the another benefit of this one, e-commerce. Next, no intermediaries. No intermediaries in e-commerce. Intermediaries means in Marathi it is called as the agent, like madhyastha. So electronic commerce also allow the customer and the business to be in touch directly without any intermediaries. This allows for quick communication transaction, means you and the business directly. There is no any agent who can take a commission and sell that product here. So that is the another benefit. So there is no one is there in between, directly you can purchase the thing. That's why you are getting that thing in very cheap, okay, and you can save the money here. For example, you might be heard that particularly suppose thumbs up drink, if you are going to take the thumbs up, when the manufacturing it cost 2 rupees or 3 rupees, but after it comes to in your hand it costs more than 15 rupees. Why? Because in between there are intermediaries, many are there. In between, wholesaler is there, retailer is there, marketing is there, advertisement is there, and finally that product will come to you. Means that definitely that product price will increase. Here not like that, here directly is getting in your hand. So once that product come out, and then you can purchase it directly with the cheapest priced, okay. So that's called no intermediary. Next, public services. E-commerce help the government to deliver public services such as healthcare, education, social services at reduced cost and improved manner. Public services like healthcare, education, social service at reduced cost and in improved manner. Now this day it is possible to take a education, social services, you can healthcare. So these are the public services are there, that is possible through the e-commerce now. Help the government also. Now e-governance is there, means without going to the here to find that government documents, we can get directly on the internet. That we are going to learn, that's called e-governance. We are going to see the next. Disadvantages of e-commerce. So what are the disadvantages of e-commerce are there? See, when we are learning any things, it has a two part, advantage and disadvantage. So we have learned the advantage we learn, but disadvantages are there of e-commerce. Now what are the disadvantages are there of the e-commerce? The first disadvantage of the e-commerce is setup cost. The setup of the hardware and the software, the training cost of employees, the constant maintenance and upkeeps are all quite expensive. Means the setup of the hardware and the software, means here in the e-commerce the machines comes, internet comes, means hardware, full total hardware and software. For the software and hardware it costs more, and the training to use that particular machine need the employee. So for the employee training also the cost will increase. So altogether it costs more. So that's why it is called the setup cost is more. Okay. The next means it is quite expensive. Now physical presence. This lack of personal touch can be disadvantage for many types. This lack of personal touch can be disadvantage for many type of services and produce like a interior designing or the jewelry business. Next, Security. Okay, the next disadvantage is security. Security is another area of concern. Credit card theft, identity theft, etc. remain big concerns with the customer. Now see, the disadvantage of the e-commerce means the security. There is still fear in the customers that suppose I'm going to use the my credit card, debit cards. So there are chances to hack the informations. That's why the peoples are not doing online shopping because of this. Identity also means all the informations can be hacked online. So that there is no security. That's why the peoples are not preparing the onlines. So this is another disadvantage of e-commerce. The next disadvantage of e-commerce is goods delivery. There may arise some problems with fulfillment of order. Even after the order is placed, there can be problems with shipping, delivery, mix up, etc. And this leaves the customer unhappy and dissatisfied. Means once we order any product, we want on that time, it won't come because of delay, because of shipping delay. Okay, means suppose tomorrow in your house any function is there and you wanted to purchase anything, and you order that online and you're waiting for that day it will come. They are given you the surety it will reach within the 7 days, and the functions arrive and that day this product not comes, then you will be dissatisfied. You're not satisfied with this good delivery, will be not happy, the customer become unhappy. But in the physical market, means traditional market, if you go, you can purchase that thing whenever you want. That is the advantage of the traditional commerce. Okay, but in this online, we have to wait for the goods when it will comes. No guarantee when it will reach. Sometime it will come on the time, sometime it will take time to reach. Okay, so sometime the product which we are ordering and it won't be the same product. It will not be the same product because of the that is not their problem, that is your computer system problem. Sometimes your monitor colors are not good, then we can see the different color of that product and we trust on that product and we are ordering, and that product comes to us, and then we are thinking, I not order this one, I order this color and that color. Because of this again problems comes. So these are the different things are there. Sometimes the product get mixed and the some another product comes to us. So that is the comes in the good delivery. Okay, there may arise some problems with fulfillment of order, shipping, delivery, mix of product, etc. And this leaves the customer unhappy and dissatisfied. So these are the different advantages and disadvantages of the e-commerce. We have seen the traditional commerce as well as the e-commerce. Definitions of e-commerce: in short, buying and selling things on the internet, it is called e-commerce. But e-commerce can be broadly defined as the process of buying and selling of good or services using an electronic medium such as internet. It is also referred as a paperless exchange of business information using EDI, email, electronic fund transfer, etc. So I hope you understood what is commerce and e-commerce, difference between traditional commerce and e-commerce, advantage and disadvantage of e-commerce. Thank you.